less traffic than there was when I checked the last time. So this was 6 hours. Now it's down to 5.5. I guess the fact that I'm a half an hour behind, now technically I'm back on schedule. All right. Hey, yo, this is Dash. Yeah. Good morning. The sun is shining. It's nice weather. Perfect day for a road trip, right? I am about halfway there. I am coming up, so there's how much time I have left. So I'm coming up on New York City. I figured this was a good time to pull out the camera. So there's New York City over there in the distance. I don't know what part. I just wanted to check you guys in real fast and tell you where I am. So I am just about to cross over the George Washington Bridge, and I'm making good time. When I started out this morning, I wanted to leave my house at 4 a.m. Ended up leaving a little later. So I took some precautions last night to get some things taken care of. So I fueled up.
Eventually.
Then I went home and I packed the car. So I put the drum and everything associated in the car. I'm, 3 hours in, basically, 2.5 hours in. And haven't stopped yet. Part of the good thing about being on the road by myself, no potty breaks for the kids. So we're gonna see how far I can get. Hopefully, you know, we can get almost all the way up there. All right, so I'm about 2 hours out from Tom's house, and I am in Darien, Connecticut. I think I've stopped here with my father-in-law on our way up to Cape Cod when we go fishing. Figure as good a time as any to stretch my legs, take a pee break, and I'm gonna call Tom in a couple of minutes to let him know I'm 2 hours away. All right, so I'm sitting in the car, and let's call Tom. Okay, let's call Tom.
Hello.
Hello, may I speak to Tom?
Tom's sleeping, Scott. What's up?
I was
Can
just...
I give him a message?
Well, I was just calling to let you know I'm 2 hours out.
Okay, I'll let him know. I'll wake his ass up.
Well, no need to wake him up. But, you know, I just wanted to... I'm not the type of person to just, you know, drop in. So I'm giving you a 2 hour warning, and I'll call you back, you know, probably about an hour, hour and a half to let you know I'm, you know, about a half an hour away.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, so 2 hours out, 133 miles. Let's get it. I'm 5 minutes away from Tom's house. I called him and told him I was coming. He told me he was going to be waiting outside. My goodness. I don't know. I'm excited. I has much excitement. I'm turning up his street now. Let's see. Looking for the house number. Look at this guy. Look, he's got a camera in his hand too. What do you think you're doing, sir? Hello. Oh my gosh, just commenting you have a camera in your hand. How are you doing? Oh, come on, exactly. Bring it in. Oh, it's so good to meet you.
Good meeting you, Dan.
Oh man, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
So, introduce yourself. Tell everybody, who are you? Come over here into the sun so we can get the good light on you.
Oh, good. I'm Tom.
All right, Tom.
From Webster,
right.
Massachusetts.
Perfect. So we made it.
Yup.
I got up early in the morning.
What time did you leave?
I left my house, it was 4:30.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I don't get up until 10:30.
Well, I'm sorry. I heard. I spoke to your wife earlier, and I'm like, hey, can I speak to Tom? And she's like, his ass is still asleep. Hey, look, I see a sticker of mine in there. I don't know. All right, we're going in the garage for a second. Dude, you got one of the old ones too, so we're gonna have to get you a newer one that has the.
That one back
Oh
there.
shoot, yeah, you got a couple of them. Tom, all right, can you hear him? Debbie is roaring.
That sounds good.
That's the cooling fan. But Tom has been a long supporter, and I'm really, really glad that someone who, just like I said, someone who supports the channel actually won this drum. So let's, without further ado, yeah, come on. So you can see the drum. All right, so I have it just packed up here on the back seat.
Oh, wow.
But it is a full, full drum. So at this point,
That's
hold on.
awesome.
Yeah, well, I'm not complaining.
Take the basket out.
Yeah, you can take that out. Yeah, it's heavy.
Wow.
Yeah, it is solid.
Damn. That is heavy. That's one heavy piece of metal.
Yes.
Did you have any traffic? Did you hit any traffic?
No. Yeah, so
I have a hand truck.
you don't need a hand truck. It's not that heavy. All right, so you can see plainly where it was sitting on the blanket. But so what I really want you to do is honestly, do you have any charcoal? Because I was like, you know what? Let's go run to like Walmart or something. Get some charcoal for you.
I got about 10 bags.
All right, well then. You don't have to go anywhere. But what I wanted to do was honestly just put some charcoal in the basket, put it down in here, let it go. And then what you can do is you can kind of figure out where you need to turn the intake so you can get your temperature kind of dialed in where you want it to go. The water pan and all the other grates and everything are all in the trunk. So if you want to fire it up, you just need some charcoal and a charcoal chimney. And we can set it and sit around talk for a bit about it. I don't know. You alive yet?
Yeah.
I know it's.
I just made a coffee.
Okay. I'm good, man. I done drink 40 ounces of coffee on my way up here. One energy drink, so I have another energy drink and a couple bottles of water for the ride back. I might have to hit a Kobe's or something on my way back to get some more coffee. But I'm good. I wanted to bring this to you. Obviously, thank you so very much for your support. And I really wanted to make sure that you got it. And then I'll go head on back home. I got a turn and burn, unfortunately. I wish I could have stayed, but
He looks a lot younger in person.
Thanks.
You look older on.
all right. So I mean,
Do you want to take this to the back?
yeah.
Go?
Yep. So I was actually just getting the grates and the water pan out, and I'll get the.
Well, I can carry those in the basket.
All right. Come on. Well, you get the basket. I'll take this stuff. So it looks like we got this to the right guy. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now 6 between grills and smokers.
Actually, that one is going.
Okay.
Because I rebuilt the inside of the big one.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna, if I don't need all 3 burners on, that's fine. I can get rid of that one.
All right.
That one was the gas, the small one.
Yeah.
And it was just too small. Couldn't
Yeah.
fit a whole rack in it.
Yeah.
So I converted it to charcoal.
Okay.
And
Hey, man, after my own heart.
what I did, see if I can show you quick.
Yeah, you take your time.
I don't know if there's enough light.
It'll be enough. Don't worry.
What I did is I made a couple of baskets.
Yeah.
I drilled out the bottom
Yeah, see the
of
hole
the
down
unit
there.
and
Yeah.
put a butterfly in it for more air, and I used this with charcoal only.
Yeah. That's dope.
But I can only get something this big in it.
Yeah, that is, one of the gifts and curses of having a small smoker. I see you actually lined it and everything to get, I see the felt on it. And
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, brand new, this thing.
Yeah.
It's like, why bother closing the doors?
Yep.
Well,
Why bother closing the doors? You're absolutely right. But you know what? You've taken it to the point where you made it better. Small improvements definitely made it better, and I'm sure you learned a lot more on this one
oh yeah.
as far as temperature control and like how to get something right. Even if you had to cut a rack of ribs in half to get them to fit in there, but still, that's dope, man.
Oh, it came out good. Thank you.
Yeah.
The first time I used it, I put too much charcoal. The thing was almost 500 degrees.
Yeah. See, and you know what's crazy is people think that, oh, I have the space, I have to fill the space with charcoal.
Yeah.
You don't.
No.
You don't. Like this one here, I made the basket bigger than I probably should have, and it was one of those things where I kind of just like eyeballed and was like, zip, and then I measured it afterward and was like, oh, that's bigger than any basket I've done before. But I think it'll be one of those things where you will figure out how much charcoal you need in it, and then you can adjust accordingly.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see. So,
Let me get charcoal.
yeah, buddy. I'm gonna go get my hat and my hoodie.
Feel the breeze bang here?
Oh yeah, this is
what
nice.
Even when it's no breeze,
Yeah.
it funnels through here.
Yeah, the paper
Like
towels is
outflow.
going.
So when it gets a little chilly like this, even keeping this.
Do those paper towels get wet, or is it completely?
Oh, yeah. No, I like it when you get wet.
Okay. No comment about things. No comment. Look, he's got his tools. This is a man after my own heart. He's got his tools hanging up around where he's cooking. You need a hand with the charcoal or anything? All right, so Tom is getting everything together. So we're gonna get some charcoal in the chimney.
You want a full one or 3/4?
Like half is all you need. Yeah. Tried to run away. And then we'll get the turkey fryer going and the chimney started. No pressure. Performance anxiety here. Is it open? Put your... Want me to get it?
No, I got it. Okay.
Is it open? Yeah, I hear it. Try the long one. Try the long one. I hear it now. I didn't hear it before. There we go. Tom's a man of danger. You guys see, we've been talking and BSing for a while, but we're ready. So take that. You got it?
Yep, I got it.
All right, I'll turn the tank off.
Thank you. Just dump it right in.
Yep, dump it right on top. That'll work. Make sure you got it down in there, and you did. So now all you have to do is leave the intake open. So this is the adjustable intake. This is the check valve or ball valve. I keep saying check, but it's a ball valve. So leave it wide open, and then the other, you have a hole down there on the opposite side. You guys can see it down there. And at this point, this is where you're going to go ahead and put the smaller charcoal grate and we're gonna put a gallon of water or so into that water pan. Yeah. Put that right down on top.
Okay.
And then some water. And you're only gonna put it, cause we're not doing like a serious intense cook, so maybe fill it up halfway, 3/4. And I wanna see how steady your hands are. See if you can not spill any coming over here. It already smells good. And there's not even anything cooking in it yet. And the key is to get this down in there before it gets all hot.
Yeah.
See?
Hot already. God damn.
Ask me how I know.
How do you know that?
So at this point, we're gonna put the grates in and spray them. Yep. The heat coming off of it already. I know, I see that. Look, we're getting some temperature here. The thermometer is reading almost 225 already. All right, and you know what? This gets a little too warm, and I don't think that it would be like here. If you don't want to look at that, you can.
Oh. Actually, I would have it that way anyway.
Yep, more, and you can see there's moisture already coming out of it.
Yeah.
And you can see a little bit of smoke, hopefully, coming off the top.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. What's it reading?
Almost 300.
So, exactly.
It's climbing like a bitch.
Yep. So now, what I would do is once I get that in there, I would choke this off. So I'm gonna put we're looking at 1/4 inch open here.
Yeah.
And then we'll see where it settles in. Give it a half an hour or so to settle in.
Yeah.
And then you'll find out where your temperature is going to be, and then you put your food on. Now, obviously, the longer you keep the dome off, the more air gets in there, the higher it's going to climb. So once you put your food on, you need to give it time to settle back down, and that's it.
What, it stopped climbing already?
I'm telling you, the drum design is so basic, but it works very, very well.
I can't get that one.
Oh, I understand. I'm
This
telling
is
you. He says, it's awesome, he says. All right, so we got the smoker going here. And Tom is impressed.
I'm very impressed. That temperature gauge hasn't moved. And it's cold out here.
It is cold. Well, actually, look, how convenient. He's got a thermometer right outside. So it's a little over 40 degrees. What is that, 42 maybe?
Yep.
And it's cold out. Tom's nose has been running the whole time. Here, I'll clean the lens. All right, so, but we don't have any smoke in here. We just have charcoal. We just sprayed the grates down. And if you need to or want to, you can spray down the inside of the drum as well. But I mean, it'll season itself. You really don't, once you start putting food in there, it'll season itself. Tom says his first cook might be some ribs.
No, I think I'll do chicken first.
Okay, all right.
Under somebody's advice.
Oh, okay, what?
I remember that.
People actually listen to me? What? What? So yeah, but we are running a little warmer than I would like to see it. Now, one of the things Tom has explained to me, the way the back of his house is, he gets airflow this way, and the hole is on the other side of the drum. So here on the outside. So we're thinking that we're just getting a little bit more, and it's windy. Like we can feel the wind blowing. And good thing there's a smoke signal here. We can see where the wind is blowing. But so what I've advised him to do is take a piece of aluminum foil and maybe choke up that hole and see if the temperatures come down. And then you can regulate the temperature solely by the check valve there. But this is where you get to play with it.
Yeah.
With your new drum here.
My new toy.
Yes, it is, exactly.
I love it.
All right, already, right? All right, now you understand the appeal of these things.
Yeah.
Because before you're like,
I didn't understand. Yeah.
Oh, no. Once you have a drum and you cook with a drum.
Look at that, still there.
Yeah.
Been holding there for almost 10 minutes.
So we're looking at just a little over 3 1/4. And if you're doing some chicken, smoking chicken at 3 1/4 wouldn't be a hurtful thing. Yeah. It wouldn't be bad. But I think you're gonna like it.
I love it already.
I think you're gonna like it.
I love it already.
Well, I'm glad, man. I'm glad. Again, so I said to Tom earlier, so what's 6 hours? A 6-hour drive each way among friends, right? This is awesome.
What I like about it also is the offset. I gotta tend to it all the time.
Yeah. This is why people get on my nerves talking about, oh my God, why are you cooking with charcoal? This right here, you can set something and go to sleep. Take a nap and not have to worry about it.
Which I started to do.
I don't blame you, man. It's okay. I understand.
Especially after a couple of drinks.
Oh, I can neither confirm nor deny. All right, so it's time for me to bid Tom adieu. Thank you so very much for your hospitality. Tom hooked me up with, so I don't know if I said this, but Tom lives a town over from a town called Worcester. And in Worcester, there's a place called Holy Cannoli. I had it in my mind that I was gonna go to Holy Cannoli before I left up here, get some cannoli, take them back home. Tom surprised me. He got some cannoli for me. So they're in the box in the trunk ready to go. And then Tom also has a little hobby where he makes some candles. He hooked me up with some candles too. So my wife will have some smoke candles, and we're maybe not tell her all about the cannoli.
Oh, you're not gonna get away with that one.
I probably won't. But look, hey, thank you again. As you know, I really yes, indeed. Oh man, look, I'm telling you,
we have a fun time.
Get some miles on the bike, please.
Yeah, I know.
I told you, I sold my motorcycle to buy Bessie, so I'm itching. I'm itching, you know. But get some miles on the bike for me every now and again. So. Thank you,
that
sir.
I gotta do. Yep.
This was definitely fun. I wish I could have spent more than like 2 or 3 hours up here.
I wish it was a shorter ride.
Yeah, well,
Much shorter ride.
What's 6 hours between friends? It's nothing. It's nothing. I'm not even worried about it. Look, I'm out of here. You take great care.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you. All right, so I just left Tom's house, and it is almost 1:30. I got here, it was 10 o'clock. I wish I could have stayed longer, but I now have a 7-hour ride home, or at least 7 hours as told by Google right now, and we're gonna get after it. So there seems to be a bunch of traffic on 95, so it's steering me around 95, and we're just gonna get home the best way we can. But I had an absolute ball. Thank you, Tom, so very much for your hospitality. I gave him some things to do to help bring the temperature down. I told him that the temperature being too high was a good problem to have. Usually, or whenever I had an issue with the drum, it was because it was too cold. It was not warm enough. So I'm glad he's enjoying it. He said he actually might cook some chicken on it at some point. So I again am going to put the camera down, and I'm going to hammer home. All right, so I told you I would tell you guys if I had anything amazing or interesting to share. So I just had dinner at a spot called Hoodoo Brown Barbecue. If you are ever in Connecticut, you need to look up this place. My man Cody is still original from the beginning. Always hung out with me, treated me well, and every time I am up in the New England area, I find a way to make it past their shop. I didn't get any video from inside only because I was sitting at the bar and they had pretty decent music playing, and music and YouTube videos do not work very well. But if you're ever in their area, I highly recommend going to Hoodoo Brown Barbecue. It is worth the trip. Easter egg hunt. Look for some of my stickers. You should see some stickers in the place. So I still have a 4.5 hour ride home, and it is now 4:17. So hopefully I can get there by about 8 o'clock. Let's see if I can do that. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. I'll see you guys when I get back home, unless something interesting comes up. I am about 2.5 hours away from home, so drove another 2 hours or so. I'm in New Jersey. I think I'm in one of the last rest stops in New Jersey before I cross over into Pennsylvania. And actually, I think I'm going down Jersey into Delaware. So figured I'd stop real fast, just take a break, stretch my legs, pee, and I'll get back on the road. All right, nothing like stopping in the middle of nowhere to get fuel. So I'm a little upset that the fuel is more expensive than I want to pay. So this is like 50 cents almost more than I paid earlier today or yesterday. But I did put 703 miles on this tank. So, but what's crazy is I'm in New Jersey, and in New Jersey, they're supposed to pump the gas for you. My man walks out and was like, "You need diesel?" Yes. All right, he goes back in. I guess he flips the switch so the diesel pump will come on. So I'm at my car, but the attendant is over there filling up the gasoline car. But can we just lament on this light for a second? So we ended up getting 17.6. Okay, so based on the heads up unit here, it's showing I had a mile per gallon, 39.2 miles per gallon. So we have a range of 740 miles. We did 703, average speed is 66 miles per hour. And so far I have 10 hours on this tank. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear that. And that clears it for that. Now we'll go back here. This 42.4 so far is the return leg. And we've done 305 miles, 60 miles per hour average. And I've been driving for 5 hours at this point. So, let me go ahead and get back to it. I have an hour and a half. I should be home at 9 o'clock. It is currently 7:32 p.m. Okay, so I just want to let you guys know I made it home safely, and it is 10 to 9. So I left Tom's house, it was what, 1:30? And I'm home just before 9 o'clock. Now there was a lot more traffic on my way home, and I got detoured, and then I did stop and get something to eat. One pee stop and a fuel stop. So, but nonetheless, thank you so very much as always for watching. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. If you like what you saw today, if you learned something, please leave me a thumbs up down below. Don't forget to turn on the notifications so you can get notified anytime one of my videos goes live. And last but not least, thanks again as always, and I'll see you guys next time.